You've seen the headlines in the news. The youth are the #1 topic of our country. In discussing the youth, 3 words come to mind. The first being hope. Society has robbed the most important thing from our students: self-esteem. Hello, my name is Jason Radcliffe. I'm the president and founder of Renascent Productions. Renascent means to revive, to restore, to return from a state of neglect, or to regenerate, to change the heart. Renascent's goal is actually that, to change the heart of students all over our great nation. Educators, we've been on school campuses all over America. We've seen the problems. We understand your plight.
Yours is a world where 1,439 of your teenagers will attempt suicide in the next 24 hours.
Nobody cares for me.
In the same 24-hour period, 2,795 teenage girls will become pregnant out of wedlock.
I'm so scared.
It's a world where 15,000 teens will use drugs for the first time today.
Sure, why not? All my friends do it.
Where 3,516 teens will run away from home.
I hate my parents.
1 teenager will contract the HIV virus every single hour.
It's never gonna happen to me.
100,000 children will carry a gun to school every day.
I need it for protection, man.
And 2,000 students will be physically attacked on school grounds just like yours every single hour of every single school day.
We are tired of seeing students rage against themselves and each other, often causing harm and sometimes death. We realize that your students are seeing a lot of negative images created by MTV and the media. We want to counter those destructive, sexually debasing, negative images. We've created a presentation that in stark and emotionally compelling ways, we tell students they have value and that every life around them has purpose. We've created a 35-minute presentation called The Fourth Wall that we guarantee pulls no punches. By the use of stage combat and acting, we show students the futility of violence. We know from experience that these students see in our shows that there are consequences to their actions that will affect them for the rest of their lives. The Fourth Wall is not a typical anti-sex and drug alcohol presentation, for our main emphasis is on the value of life. We believe that when students realize how valuable life is, they will do everything they can to protect their lives and the lives around them.
Yesterday when I saw it, it came at a great time because I'm at a void in my life right now, and it really opened my eyes to what I could help solve my problems. And I thought it was just a beautiful picture of dance and choreography and music to express what the beauty of life is.
The idea behind The Fourth Wall is not only to entertain, but to show students the absurdity of some of their actions and the consequences that follow.
First time that I saw Renascent, I was so impressed by the fact that what speaks louder than anything is action, and actions speak louder than words, and all the movement and the combination of actors who were reacting to each other was such an incredible experience for everyone watching, because you yourself as an audience member felt like you wanted to react, and you wanted to react in a very positive way.
They force you to listen, they force you to watch. You don't get the chance to turn your head. It's just like, watch me. This is what you need to know. You know, this is a life's lesson, and that's what really impacts you.
Our show was designed to reach students where they are in life without pointing a finger at them. We realize that when we judge and condemn students, they only want to retaliate with rebellion. But by the use of comedy, dance, drama, martial arts, percussion, vocals, students can be the judge of their own actions. Our show focuses on how students can overcome their current circumstances to learn to respect themselves once again.
The thing that intrigues me most is how they convey the value of life and how precious it is without the use of words. Everything is movement, sound, how they dance, how they react, and it just shows us how precious life is and how you're not supposed to waste it.
The fourth wall is a multi-dimensional presentation that uses contemporary symbolism to portray certain destructive patterns of teens, such as substance abuse, prejudice, violence, and rape. We dramatize a typical high school lifestyle right before their eyes so they can see what they think to be cool as foolish and having too many negative repercussions.
It was really interesting to watch the students, how very quickly they grasped to watch the performance and settled into the performance. I think an approach that is so different and unique really captures their attention. I think that the talking afterwards was also very inspirational for the kids. It seemed to get them going. It was not too preachy as sometimes these things can be. I thought it was real genuine and real honest and forthright.
Just as in every school, there are leaders and there are followers. In our presentation, there's a male leader and a female leader who dictate what is acceptable and what is not. To test the gullibility of their followers, they put rubber gloves on their heads. And as expected, all the followers put gloves on their heads, except for one. A young girl doesn't get a glove, and because she doesn't have a glove on her head, she is shunned by the rest of the group. Of course, students in the audience laugh at first, but then they start to realize how absurd it is to judge someone because of the type of clothes they wear, or to mock them because of the car that they drive, or to hate someone because of the color of their skin. Then we take the time to demonstrate the loneliness and heartache of the young girl that's been left out, so students can see what it's like on both sides of that choice. Students relate instantly. Our presentation of the fourth wall uses common objects to portray certain drugs and alcohol. We show how the performers are looking to the male leader to see how much they have to consume just to fit in. It starts out as an upbeat lifestyle, a happy-go-lucky party like the students in the audience can relate to. But then, just as in real life, it takes an unexpected turn for the worse. We see girls pushing girls over guys. We see people losing control. And then a young girl is drugged off stage and raped. This shows the students in the audience that maybe some leaders that they are following in their life have negative intentions for them. Then we have a young girl, lifeless on stage because she overdosed on drugs. She didn't die just because of her addiction to drugs. She died because of her addiction to acceptance and compromise. Renascent Productions uses the fourth wall as a positive voice, and after each performance, our entire cast breaks the theatrical fourth wall and gathers informally in front of the stage as we field questions from the audience and tell them that we expect more of them because of the great potential that lies within each and every student. And we tell them they are the future.
I laughed, I got very serious, I watched my students, they were very serious watching it. I felt like when the students stood up in the response to the questions at the end, they did it genuinely. And I was real impressed how the girls took this and how they wanted to be treated by young fellas. And I'm old-timey, and that's how I want to be treated. And one of my students said, "Did you see how everybody stood up, even the teachers?" So I think that was important. They saw us stand up as women or men and how we felt about how we wanted society to change. The impact that came through to the students was when you watch television, you see actors who are portraying things that are going on in your life, and you relate them to what's going on in your life, and you watch what those actors are doing. The students, when they watch this performance, find themselves in the incredible position of putting themselves as the performers. And when you see yourself as the performers, it makes an indelible impression on the choices that you're going to make.
I just like seeing my life and my cousin's life up on stage, being acted out and being sung and being danced. It was really hard seeing the stupid things I was doing, like putting rubber gloves on my head. It was just really powerful.
At the end of our presentation, our performers have an opportunity to destroy the male leader, or they have the opportunity to learn the horrific effects of violence, and they do. They refrain from using it. The fourth wall is a presentation that can be used in your schools to reach your students. Please, Let us come into your school. Let us make a difference. Let us speak to your students on their level, and let us tell them that they are valuable and they have choices.